Hi everyone, Linda here from Gunlet Lane Wearable Art. I'd like to welcome you all back, and if you're new here then welcome, and if you are new please consider liking and subscribing this video. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and make sure you ring the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos if you're interested in doing that. Today I thought we would do a pair of earrings. I've already made one, and this goes with the bracelet that we made in the last video. So if you haven't seen that tutorial for this bracelet, you can check that out. Just hit my name down below the bottom of this video, Gunlet Lane, and that will take you to my page where you can look up the playlist under bracelets for this bracelet. So this is the earring that matches that. So we'll get started with that. Okay, got some beads here, and it's just some that I used in the bracelet, same sort. Got an ear wire. I'm using the antique bronze to go with the autumn theme. And we have a couple of rondelle beads, Picasso rondelle beads there. A cream coloured drook, some bronzy coloured daggers, a little 4mm check glass bead, and one of our chocolate coloured 6/0 beads there that we'll be using. As well as that, up here, I'll just move my mat down a little bit, we have 11 O's here in pumpkin, sour apple, not sure of the name of that colour, it's a beigey sort of colour, and a burnt rust orange here, as well as a few 8 O's in the this beigey colour here to make this earring. Okay, you're also going to need fire line. I use the 8 in the smoke, pair of snippers, as well as chain nose pliers, just in case you need them to help your needle through. And I always have a beading oil on hand as well. So that's all you're going to need material wise. I've got a size 12 needle, I think this is here, strung on some fire line with a stop bead at the end with just a small tail. Okay, to start up, we're going to pick up 6 of the sour apple coloured, or whatever colour you're using. You don't have to do the same colour as me. So 6 of those. 6, that's 3, 6 of those. And then we're going to pick up one of our Picasso rondelles. Thread that on. Then a pumpkin 11/0. The 4 daggers. Let's find where I put those, over here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another one of the pumpkin 11/0s. Bring those down to the stop bead. And 6 more of the sour apple. Bringing those down to the rest of the work. Okay, leave your stop bead on, just move it up a little bit. Pass back through the line of sour apple beads, back through your rondelle, through as many of these as you can get in one go. Hope everybody's been well. Very sad news about our Queen this week. I know she couldn't live forever, but you just seem to think that she could. I suppose it was a surprise how quickly she went. Now, I buggered that up. I didn't put on my other rondelle. Okay, I'll stop this here and go back and put on my other rondelle. Back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I've picked up that other rondelle there. So you've got the two rondelles on. So I'm going to pass through this pumpkin bead, the rondelle, and back up through that line of the 6 seed beads there. Okay, leave your stop bead on. I'm going to pass through one more time. Back up through that last line of, just above the rondelle, that line of 11 O's there. And coming out where your tail thread is. So attached to this, where the tail thread is. Okay, now take the stop bead off. Tie a half hitch knot, tie a square knot, sorry. Just pulling that up nice and tight. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to pick up one of the sour apple in the 11O. Miss the one that we just tied the knot in front of this one here. So missing that one, going through the next one. They can be a little bit tight, but you'll get in there. There we go, it's coming through now. The same again, just peyoteing. And the same again. So this time we pass through the rondelle. Back through all the daggers, as many as you can get through in one go. It can be a little tight, but you can get through them. Do that last one through the pumpkin, up through the rondelle. And then we're going to peyote again. Use the same colour. Missing one, going through one. Same again. And one last time. Actually, I have to think about this for a sec. I remember what I did. Okay, I think this one might be one, two, three. No, it's a small one. It's a 11-0. Normally when I make a pair of earrings I make them both at the same time, but that's a bit hard to do when you're doing a tutorial, when you need one to demonstrate. Okay, now I'm going to pick up one of the 8/0s, pass through that 11/0 sticking up there, and another one. I'll burn this tail thread off in a sec. I just wanted to make sure it was stable before I did that. Another 8/0. Goodness, where's the hole there? Okay, back down through the last 11/0 there, back through the rondelle. And through the pumpkin bead. Once again through the daggers, they're going to be on very secure. back up through that pumpkin bead and the rondelle. I'll have to just wiggle around a little bit like I am here to get through that. Okay, picking up an 8. And 1, 2, 3, yes. And another 8. Passing through the bead sticking out at the top. And another 8. Coming up through that 11O sticking out there. And that's what it should look like so far. We can get rid of this tail thread there. Burn it off. I just use a lighter. Okay. Now we're going to pick up some of our rust beads in the 11O, or whatever colour you're using. I think it was 8, if I remember rightly. 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't have to be exact, it just means your earring will be a little bit longer, just as long as you do the same on both. Just remembering they're not twins, they're sisters, so they don't have to be exactly the same. Although mine has to be very close because I've already made one. So I'm just seeing how far that's coming up there. Looks about right to me. Picking up the drook. Bringing that down to the work. Then 5 of the pumpkin. Bringing them down. Going back through the drook. Okay, now we're going to peyote down this line of beads with the rust. A lot of beads lately, the holes, and they're all Mayuki or Toho, and the hole hasn't been drilled out properly, or the hole is just too small to get through, and it's just been happening quite a bit lately, and I don't understand why. I haven't had that problem in a long time. And it's not just the one type of bead, it's a lot of my beads. Excuse me. Okay, now we're going to pick up one of the rust again and come down through this 8O here, the first one there. Then we're going to pass, how do I do this? Through the 11O there in front of it. Then come across and pass back up through the one next to it in that line there. Then through the one in front of that. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what I did. Where am I coming from? I'm coming from there. Okay. Again through the next one in front of that one again. Then through the 8O. Down through the 11O in front of the 8O that we just went through, and I flipped my work over then. So coming down through that one. I'm just weaving my way around so I can come back up as to not show too much thread. So back up through the 11O next to that one that we just came through. And across and back up through the 8O. And that way we haven't left any thread that you can see. So now we're going to peyote back up this side in the rust. Put my beads down here a little bit closer so you can see them. I start off with it that way and it seems to just the mat just seems to work its way up again. Okay, one more. Now we're going to pick up enough of the rust just to fit around the outside of the drook bead. So I've got 4 on there to start with. It's either 4 or 5, I just can't remember offhand now. It's 5. So 5 of the 11Os. We're going to pass back down through the drook. So it sits like that. Okay, now back down through the first one, the first 11 on this side here, just like that. Okay, now we're going to pick up a line of the pumpkin beads. I think it might be 10 if I remember rightly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's one of those ones that you can't get through. 9, 10. Bring those down. Just seeing where that lies. Actually, it's only 9. Take one of those off. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to come back up this way through the 8/0. Come back down into the row below the 8/0. So bring your thread straight across. Come into the bead underneath it, like that. Then up through the 8/0 the 11/0, sorry, next to it. Bit of an awkward angle to get in there, but you can do it. Okay, just making sure that's all nice and tight, sitting right. Okay, need to add another pumpkin there, and we're going to pass back up through the pumpkin beads. Making sure you go through all of them. Okay, passing back through the rusty coloured 11/0 at the bottom of the drook, back through the drook. Going back through these pumpkin ones at the top to reinforce them. Sorry, I bumped the camera then. Down through those last two on the other side. Then coming through this row on the side of the drook to reinforce those. Okay, it should be looking like that now. Just lay that down for you to see. Oh, just got to wiggle in my chair, then my backside's going to sleep. Pick that up the opposite way. Okay, then we're going to pass down through. Now here you could either add another bead in, or you could just go through the one below. We're just going to reinforce down there, so it's up to you which way you do it. I'm just going to pick one up. It's not going to make any difference to the look of the earring. So just passing down through the up. Coming through that one there. Passing through all of these beads along the top line there. Okay, now I just have to make sure I've got this. I want them to be opposite ways. Okay, so I had to flip my work over then. So I'm coming out of there. So now we're going to pick up two of the pumpkins. Skipping one, going through the next one. This is that lacy frilly stitch that I showed you in the bracelet. Two more of the pumpkin, skipping one, passing into the next one. Same again. So skipping one into the next one. I'd love it if I could get through one video without getting a knot or a tangle. Same again. See, they've moved back up again. This mat keeps moving. Skipping one, going through the next two. Same again, 2, skipping 1 and going through, in this case, the last one. Okay, I just have to stop there for a second and get up and move around. My backside's going to sleep. I'm so sorry. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, my backside's feeling a lot better. Okay, I've never had that happen before. I don't, it must be the angle I'm sitting at. Okay, so here we're going to pick up 2, not those 2 though, the bad 2. Here's another one. 2 of the pumpkin, and we're going to miss the one that goes underneath the druck and come across to the one next to it there. Hopefully you can see that. That's just to bring it a little bit more over across the front like that, so it's not just a straight line. Okay, now we're going to come back and pick up 1, go back through the 2 that we just placed on them, like that. Pull it in nice and tight. Pick up another one through the next 2. So that's the 2 loose ones that we just placed down before. And another one going through the 2 loose ones. If you can't get them both and go in one go, then just pick them up separately. Another one. So I'll get through one of that one. Just remembering to go through the second one without a bead. Don't add a bead. Okay, picking up another one. Going through those final 2 there. Okay, now we're just going to anchor this down. So I'm going to come through this 11-0 just underneath the pumpkin. Okay, now we can just add, what to do here? Just pick up one, go through that first one, okay, I've got to work this out. And so just finding which one's my loose one. That one is there. So pick up 3, 1, 2, 3. Going through the one single one, and you'll know it because it's loose. I think I missed one there on the side. I did. Alright, I had to take those 3 off. I'm just going to back out for a sec. I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So I back out. This is the one single bead. We picked up the one single bead. Excuse me. And I missed these 2 on the side here. So I'm going to come up through those. Pick up one more and go through those last 2. So it's quite easy to make a mistake. Even I make them all the time, so don't get yourself all flustered. Excuse me. You can always fix it. So now I'm going to come up through that 11O at the bottom, just underneath the pumpkin one. That's to anchor it down. Do my work around. This time I'm going to pick up 3. Find the loose one. That's it there. Come up through there. Pull that up nice and tight. 3 more. Excuse me. Find the next loose one, which is this one here. You can see it sticks up. It's just manoeuvring the work around to get the needle through it. You can see there how it's starting to get all nice and wavy. Pick up another 3. Go through your loose one, or the one sticking up. Excuse me. I get like this because I barely talk to anybody all day, and when you're talking on here, it just irritates my throat. It's been like that all my life. It's probably why I'm not much of a talker. Okay, find the next one that's sticking up. Pass through it. Three more. The one sticking up again. We're nearly there. One. Three again. Thought I had plenty of these gold ones out, and there's all of these here. Well, I grabbed some, I haven't got them here in front of me. Okay, I'll be back in a second. I just have to grab some of my pumpkin beads. Might be a sec. Okay, I'm back. So I've picked up my last 3 of the pumpkin beads. Going through the last loose one, or the one sticking up. Pulling that in nice and tight. Passing up through these ones here on the side. These rusty coloured ones. Through that last one, just the rust one. Okay, turn it over now. Just makes it easier to work. And we're going to pick up some of our beige ones. Now I'm not sure how many I picked up. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's about 18. We'll just see how it measures up. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I've got 18 there, and we'll just see how we go. It's always harder when you're doing it on the reverse side. Just seeing where I came to there. Just above that. $18 might be a few too many on this one. I'll take off 2 to start with. It's never an exact science, so just a matter of fiddling around, judging it. Okay, I want it to come in like that. Okay, I'm going to come through this second last rust bead here. Yeah, that should sit nice when we, after we peyote through it. Okay, pick up 3 more of the beige coloured little Lemon Picassos. And then our 4mm check fire polish bead. Bring that down. Laying that there. And then it might be about 3. I think I used the sour apple in the green. And come down through that 8/0 just above the rondelle. Just there. through the sour apple 11/0, just sitting next to it, next to the 8/0. Just wiggle it, you'll get it through. Making sure you don't get your thread caught on anything here. Okay, just bring it across, back up through those 3 that we just added, the sour apple 11/0s, back through the check fire polish. And we've come through one of the 11/0s there. We can go through the other 2. Pick up one of the beige. Now we're going to class this rust coloured bead here as one bead, so we're going to skip that, pass over into the next bead, and we're going to peyote up the side of this one here. So skipping one, going through one, skipping one, going through, okay, I'll finish this off up to the top there, and I'll come back when I get there. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So we're up to the top there. I've peyoted along the side. So now we're going to come, there's one, get my thread out of the way. One beige bead left to go through. So just go through that, then I'm just going to come back down this side of beads here. I'll go through one first. Thought I might have been able to get through there in one go, but can't. Just continuing on down. Okay, now we're going to add this little bead drop here. Now, I mean, you can put that in or you don't have to, totally up to you. I just felt it needed something just with that would catch the light a little bit there. So we're just going to pick up our 6/0, thread it onto the needle, drop it down, pick up one of your, well, I'm using the rust, you can use whatever colour bead you like in the 11/0. Back down through the 6/0 only, not the 11/0. Now to get these to sit straight, I just poke straight through the work. That tends to sit it straight. I find if you try to go back through a bead, it'll always sit to the side. So then I'm just going to come back up. You won't see the thread on the other side, and if you do, it'll be very minimal. And it's the back of the earring anyway, so nobody's going to be looking at that. Back down through, did I come up through the, yes I did. Okay, if you come through the 11-0 in one go, that's great. Just pass back down through it again, straight through the work. Okay, see how that sits nice and straight. Okay, just flip that over for a sec, and now I'm going to just pass through some of these beads here, the rusty colour ones, to come out at the bottom. Now I just want to pass through this one row of peyote again, just to tighten it up, straighten it all up, reinforce it. Just getting all those beads to sit nice and straight now. Okay, well that's the earring finished. So I'm just going to finish off my thread by weaving through, and I'll come back in a second. We'll add the ear wire and then we'll be done. Okay, I'm back. So I just wanted to mention when I finished off coming up here reinforcing, I came back down through, I actually tightened this up a little bit more, and then passed back through these beads here because I hadn't done those as well, to tighten them up, and then finish my thread off there. So now we'll just add the ear wire, and I'll let you get on with the rest of your day. So we just pop that through. Close it back up. There we go. And that is our pair of matching earrings for our bracelet. Opposite sides, so always wear the longest side next to your face, which I would consider that side to be the longest side. Therefore, the prettiest part with your wave and everything like that would be coming out of the side of your ear. Yeah, so I think they match in very well with the bracelet. Okay, well I hope you all enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and love to get comments as well. I'd love to have a chat with all of you, so if you just want to pop in a comment saying hi, that'd be great. And everybody have a lovely week, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, everybody, bye.